You're now watching The Wash Daily. Today news, J.D. Messnerd of Arizona has put a bill forth to make it illegal to have a cloud of cannabis smoke in the area where you live. If someone smells smoke from you, you can go to jail and it's huge fines. If this gets passed. And so Messnerd, J.D. Messnerd put the bill out, and actually the Senate passed it, so now it has to go to the House to see what they're going to do. But if it goes through, it's going to be horrible. If someone smells like your grandmother smoking cannabis for her cancer problem, she can go to jail. It's not right away. They said they've taken a lot of the teeth out of it. It makes it so that if someone reports a person for making too much cannabis and they don't correct the situation within 5 days, then they can go to jail and pay $700 per instance of making clouds of cannabis smoke in a state where cannabis is legal. Also in news, Florida gubernatorial hopeful is what they're calling him, Byron Donald, is against cannabis. However, he recently admitted when he was younger, he did get in trouble for selling cannabis, and I guess he has PTSD from it because now he hates cannabis so much. He feels like he was a good person who did a dirtbag thing by selling that dirty weed, and he wishes that weed was never invented, because that's the problem. It wasn't Byron, it was the cannabis. And so now that he's become a politician, he went to college, he did a couple other good things, he's no longer selling weed in the neighborhood. He hates weed now. He thinks that weed holds you back. People are calling it hypocritical, though, because he is pushing for more penalties for cannabis use. He's looking to remove the situation that actually assisted him when he did have a cannabis charge on him and he was able to move forward with his life and it didn't ruin his life. He wants to take away that opportunity for everybody else, is what people are saying. And it's wildly hypocritical, and that just because he doesn't like weed doesn't mean it's bad. Also in news, in Boston, there's a big problem with the Boston Garden. I guess there's a dispensary, the Boston Garden. They operate a few stores. And the TD Bank North Garden, owned by Delaware North Bank, is saying they own the name the Boston Garden, even though nobody has had the Boston Garden as a sports venue in a number of years. And besides that, everybody knows the real Boston Garden is the Boston Public Garden. The Boston Public Garden was the nation's first botanical garden. It's right across Tremont Street from the Boston Common, the world's oldest national park and town common. And the Public Garden was built on top of what was a rope walk that had a terrible fire. Mayor Quincy was mayor at the time in the 1800s. He declared that we're going to not build anything on top of this rope walk disaster. Instead, we're going to have the first botanical garden, the first public botanical garden, the Boston Garden. And I'm sure that's what they were talking about anyway. The name, the Boston Garden, has not been used in a sports venue for over 30 years. Nobody recognizes that name. People call it the TD Garden, and they were calling it the Fleet Center once the building was actually demolished. It doesn't exist anymore. So I don't know what they're talking about. The people behind the Boston Garden Dispensary said before choosing the name, they got lawyers to see if the name was going to be okay to use. And I'm sure they were talking about the Boston Botanical Garden. Thanks for watching The Wash Daily.
Thank you for watching The Wash Daily.
The Wash Daily is viewer-supported and a voluntarist effort to help combat disinformation about cannabis.
Like and also subscribe, because not pressing like and not pressing subscribe is lame. Like in a how was the TD Fleet Center? Oh, it was totally lame. Wait.